Hi everybody, my name is Ginny Frankel and it's time for Speech Time with Ms Ginny. Like I said, my name is Ginny Frankel and I'm a speech language pathologist. Right now, I work at an elementary school and I also work at a private clinic. So, what is a speech pathologist, you might be asking yourself? That sounds like a pretty crazy title with all those words. Well, let me explain what each of them mean. A lot of people get confused because, kids just say, I'm going to speech, but really, they might be working on language. I know, that's super confusing. So let's start with the word speech. The word speech is kind of an umbrella for two things. So the first would be the way that we say our sounds. A lot of kids that have a speech or articulation or phonological disorder or impairment, they might say something like tootie instead of cookie. They might also say something like gog instead of dog. So these are different kinds of substitutions that they might make for words. They also might leave out the beginning of sounds, the middle of sounds in words, or the end of sounds in words. So they might say daw instead of dog. They might say nake instead of snake. So that's another way somebody that has a speech sound or phonological disorder might say their words. There's also, under the umbrella of speech, is fluency. And a lot of you might know fluency is stuttering. Stuttering also looks several different ways. There's what we call sound repetition, so maybe cake. There's also whole word repetitions where they repeat the whole word, cake, 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 cake. Or there's syllable repetitions, so umbrella. There is also something called a block where it kind of looks like the person is a little frozen and trying to get the sound or the word out. So that is all under the umbrella of speech. Now, language is a much, much bigger umbrella. I'm going to give it to you in a nutshell because it really does cover a lot of things. So, especially for kids in elementary school or in early intervention, speech can be labeling objects, putting objects into categories, can be answering simple WH questions like who, what, where, when, why. It can also be like naming pronouns, regular plurals, verbs using the ing ending. It can be following 1 to 2 step directions. It can be, social skills, which is what we call pragmatics. And that also has a lot of things under it too. Facial expression, tone of voice, turn taking back and forth, and much, much more. So there's definitely a lot of things covered under the umbrella of language. And it also has to do with what we call syntax, which is how we put our words in an order to make sense when we talk or when we make a sentence. So that is language in a very, very small nutshell. So that kind of tells you about the speech and language part of my title. And I know on my personal Facebook page, I put something up asking people I know just to ask me different questions about speech and language therapy. So I hope this channel can kind of answer some of those questions. I'm sure other people have the same questions. So please follow my page, subscribe, and please feel free to reach out to me. My email is Frankel, FRANKEL, SLP @gmail.com. And I look forward to hearing your questions and answering them.